Well, thank you all for tuning into our YouTube channel this afternoon or evening or wherever you happen to be, and stay safe on this Memorial Day weekend. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and also don't forget to click on the bell for future updates. We've got some exciting things coming up in the near future. We've got some bear dog training coming up here that we're going to get involved in real soon. In fact, our training season starts on July the 1st. One of the things I'd like to talk about this afternoon is the dog box. You know, it's simple enough because it comes in a lot of different configurations. I want to show you a couple of things about my dog box and why I use it. Come on, Sally. Good girl. Good girl. Whoop. Hey. Come on over here, little girl. Okay. You know, we spend so much time talking about the training and the dogs themselves, but we spend very little bit of time talking about how we transport them. And that's as much as an important thing as anything. We got to get them to where we're going, and how we do that varies from climate to climate. Oh, what are you doing, Sally girl, huh? That's a good idea to let them get pissed out before you put them in the box. I try to do that when I can on a regular basis. A great friend of mine, John Ames, constructed this box for me. You know, they don't have to be real expensive and they don't have to be real fancy. They come in a lot of different configurations. You can have diamond plate, you can have wood, you can have anything you want. This one works for me for a number of reasons. One, it's light. The bars are spaced in a way that I can get my dog's head out with a tracking collar on, but yet it's not so wide that the dog can get out of the box, and it's not so small that that tracking collar is going to get hung up on in between the bars. The construction is metal and wood. Okay, it's just a sheet of plywood on the top, and you can have this box any size you like. If I didn't have my toolbox, I would make it a little deeper, but I like to have my toolbox because I have all my emergency equipment in the toolbox. High lift jack, ropes, chains, etc. Chainsaws, and other little things that we need. Another thing I'd like to do, I'd like to keep snaps on the box so that I can snap these dogs on 3 different locations on each side, and that prevents any problems. On a long journey, I unsnap them, and in that way, they don't get tangled up, because somewhere or another, they could find their way of getting tangled up and potentially strangled. The box doors, opened. This is the type latch that I use. It's a safety latch, and when that's down like that, that pin is down, and I leave it snapped on that ring, and the reason being, I won't ever have to worry about losing it. The doors are offset and they're raised off the bed of the truck, so the dog can step right in there. And if you'll notice, the construction of the box itself is approximately 1/4 to 1/2 inch above the truck bed, and that allows me room to rinse the truck bed out if I have to. You could put some rubber down there, or you could put a sheet of plywood on the bottom. I prefer to leave it just the way it is. Easy clean out for me if I need to. I normally don't, but you never know. I also like to have a divider between the two dog spaces, and that's constructed of a light piece of plywood, and just enough so that I can divide the dogs up if I've got strange dogs in my box, which I normally don't, but if you do, or if you've got males and females that you want to separate, whatever the case, you can do that easily enough if there's a divider. Another thing I like to do is I like to have these swivels up here so I can strap something down if I need to the top of the box. Jet sled, a bear, something that you want to put up there. This box is also deep enough if I want to put a dog to rig off of if I want to rig a dog off the top of this box, I'd be able to do that. I don't do that because I got a situation here where these dogs will strike right out of the box, because they can get their heads out far enough so I don't have to worry about putting them up on top of the box, which in my opinion is more work than I care to get involved with. Because I have to climb up there to do it. Like I said, if I didn't have my toolbox, you could make this a little wider if you wanted to, or I find that this 4-foot box works fine for me. There's also a couple of configurations that you can set this box up at. You can slide this to the rear and give yourself space between your toolbox if you have one, or your headboard of the truck in the box, or you can slide it to the back and have this area here to load any cargo that you need to load without actually going over the sideboards of the truck. I'm not real tall, so I prefer to do it this way. And that way, if I have anything I need to stack back here, I can do that while transporting the dogs, and I don't have to lift it up over the side. I don't put tracking collars on the dogs normally until I get to my destination or till I start my hunt. Reason being, I don't transport them with the collars on, because if you do, you're very likely to find a bunch of chewed up antennas when you get there. That can happen as well. They do like to gnaw on those GPS antennas when they can. And not only that, there's really no need to have a collar on till you need it. So you save your battery life, your collar, your antenna, and it gives the dog a little more freedom to operate back here without being confined with an extra collar around his neck. I want to thank you again for watching my videos. Just a little informative video. Somebody maybe, because I get these questions all the time, how do you haul your dogs? This is strictly a summer setup right here. And what I do in the wintertime is entirely different. I have a winter box, and we'll get into that next fall. But this is strictly for summertime use. It keeps the sun and rain off of them, yet it allows them to find scent easily as I'm driving down the road, so they can pick up bear scent or coon scent if you're a coon hunter. And for me, it works real good. You also can hook your leashes or some extra snaps if you need to up on these rails. And again, I want to thank my dear friend John Ames for constructing this box for me. And I want to thank you again for watching the video, and please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell for any future updates, of which there will be many, because we got some exciting things coming up. Our training season on bear starts July 1st. In fact, bear and coon and everything else in Maine starts on July 1st. So we're going to have some exciting videos coming up. Thanks again for watching. And be safe on this Memorial Day weekend.
I know I'm free, and I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land.